Hello students, welcome to physics class. In today's lecture we are going to start with chapter 2, that is electrostatic potential and capacitance. Here we will start with the definition of potential difference, which is denoted by capital V. It is defined as the amount of work done in moving a unit positive charge from one point to the other against electrostatic force. See here in the diagram I have shown we are having a plus q positive charge and we want to measure the potential difference between 2 points A and B. According to the definition, when we will bring the positive test charge q naught from A to B, how much amount of work we have to do, that is given by WAB. WAB is amount of work done in moving the test charge q naught from A to B. If we evaluate this work done per unit charge, means अगर हम evaluate करें WAB upon Q naught, this will give us the potential difference between the 2 points, that is VB minus VA. SI unit of potential difference is volt. How do we define volt? 1 volt is equal to 1 joule upon 1 coulomb. कहाँ से लिखा हमने 1 जूल और 1 कूलम? वी हैव यूज द फॉर्मूला एज V इज इक्वल टू W अपॉन क्यू नोट. W के SI यूनिट क्या होते हैं? जूल. और क्यू नोट के SI यूनिट क्या होते हैं? चार्ज के कूलम. सो 1 वोल्ट इज इक्वल टू 1 जूल पर कूलम एंड इट कैन ऑल्सो बी रिटन एज 1 न्यूटन मीटर पर कूलम. जूल को हम रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं इन टर्म्स ऑफ न्यूटन मीटर. And how will define 1 volt? Potential difference is said to be 1 volt if work of 1 joule is to be done in moving a test charge of 1 coulomb from one point to another against the electrostatic force. Next one is potential. Electric potential at a point in an electric field is the amount of work done in moving a unit positive test charge from infinity to that point against electrostatic force. Now V is equal to VB is equal to W upon Q node. यहाँ डायग्राम में देखेंगे हाउ डज इट डिफर फ्रॉम द पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस. पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस में हम क्या कर रहे थे? वी वर ब्रिंगिंग द टेस्ट चार्ज फ्रॉम A टू B, लेकिन यहाँ पर हमें टेस्ट चार्ज को कहाँ से लाना है? इनफाइनाइट से कहाँ पर लाना है? B पॉइंट पर लाना है. देन दैट अमाउंट ऑफ वर्क डन पर यूनिट test charge is given as potential at B. So this is the basic difference between potential and potential difference. Potential difference में हम we are bringing the test charge from one point to another, while in potential we are bringing the test charge from infinity to the point. SI unit of potential is volt and it is also a scalar quantity. Now next topic is we will evaluate the electric potential due to point charge. Suppose we are having a point charge which is denoted by plus sign here. Actually this charge is Q. It is represented by small q, and because of this source charge, we have to find out the potential at P. Now according to the definition what we had studied in our previous topic, that potential is amount of work done in bringing the test charge from infinity to P, work done per unit charge. तो अगर हम डेफिनेशन की बात करें तो डेफिनेशन हमने किया है V इज इक्वल टू वर्क डन पर यूनिट चार्ज, और वर्क कहाँ से कहाँ तक के लिए? फ्रॉम इनफाइनाइट टू P. सो वी हैव टू इवेल्युएट द वैल्यू ऑफ वर्क डन. देन we will divide that work done by Q naught to get the value of electric potential. Now work done bringing the test charge from infinity to the point P is evaluated by the integral of dW. Why we are taking integral of dW? हम डायरेक्ट फॉर्मूला यहाँ नहीं लगा पाएंगे. Why? Because here the force is variable. So first of all we will derive the small amount of work done dW. dW हम क्या ले रहे हैं? It is the amount of work done in bringing the test charge Q naught from A to B. We will evaluate this small amount of work done and then we will integrate it over the limits from infinity to R, क्योंकि बेसिकली हमें कहाँ से कहाँ तक लाना है? इन्फिनिटी टू द पॉइंट P, और पॉइंट P is at a distance R from the source charge, so its limits will be from infinity to R. So work done will be equal to F dot dx from infinity to R. What is F? F is the electrostatic force on test charge due to source charge, and this force is repulsive in nature, and you can see that force acts in the outward direction towards the right side and displacement is towards the left side. So angle between force and displacement is 180 degree. That is why I have written f dx cos 180, and cos 180 all of you know is minus 1. So expression will be minus f dx from infinity to r. Now what we have to do? We have to solve this relation that work done in bringing the charged particle from infinity to 2p is equal to minus time integral infinity to r f dx. Now what is this f? As I have told you that f is force on q node at A. See here, force on q node at A. If we apply Coulomb's law, this force can be written as 1 by 4 pi epsilon 1 by 4 pi epsilon q node by x square. What is x? X is the distance between q and q node. Now we'll put this value of force in the expression of work done, and the formula will become 1 by 4 pi epsilon q node x square dx. Integral varies from infinity to r. Now constant terms are taken outside, and within the integration sign we are left with the term x power minus 2 into dx. और अगर हम इंटीग्रल करते हैं then we'll get the term q by q into q node upon 4 pi epsilon 1 by r minus 1 by infinity. All of you know 1 by infinity is equal to 0. So work done is equal to q node upon 4 by epsilon r. So what we had evaluated till now, work done in bringing the test charge from infinity to the point P. लेकिन हमें क्या फाइंड आउट करना है? हमें फाइंड आउट करना है पोटेंशियल. सो पोटेंशियल इज वर्क डन पर यूनिट टेस्ट चार्ज. सो विल डिवाइड this q node on both sides. What we will get? That potential is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon q by r, or you can say that v is inversely proportional to r. How v varies with r? V is inversely proportional to r. You can say that electric potential due to point charge is spherical symmetric. Spherical symmetric का मतलब मैंने आपको पहले भी समझाया है, that for equal values of r in all the three dimensions, the potential at every point which are equidistant from the source charge will be same. See here in this diagram I have shown a sphere, and we can say that on each point of the sphere the potential is same because r is same. So potential at A is same as potential at B is equal to potential at C. It is called spherically symmetry. Now if we plot the graph between V versus R, so as you know that V is inversely proportional to R, then we will observe the graph like here. Next is electric potential due to dipole. अभी तक जो हमने पोटेंशियल फाइंड आउट किया दैट इज बिकॉज ऑफ सिंगल पॉइंट चार्ज. अब हम किसकी बात करेंगे? डाइपोल. डाइपोल हमने डिस्कस किया था. डाइपोल is a system of two equal and opposite charges separated by some distance, and one dipole we have taken again here minus q plus q. The length of dipole is 2a. O is the center of the dipole, and we have to find out the potential at the point P having distance r from the center of dipole. Where point P is lying? P is lying on an axial line. Let us calculate potential at point P. Now we know principle of superposition that at point P the negative charge will have its own potential, positive charge has its own potential. So the sum of both this potential is equal to the total potential at P. So Vp is equal to V minus Q plus V of plus Q. Now V of minus Q अभी हमने पीछे किया है पोटेंशियल ड्यू टू पॉइंट चार्ज, दैट इज बिकॉज वी आर हैविंग नेगेटिव चार्ज, तो पोटेंशियल भी कैसा होगा? नेगेटिव. 1 by 4 pi epsilon माइनस क्यू बाई आर प्लस ए. और पॉजिटिव चार्ज के कारण क्या होगा? वी प्लस क्यू इज इक्वल टू 1 by 4 pi epsilon क्यू डिवाइडेड बाई आर माइनस ए. विल यूज इक्वेशंस 2 and 3 in 1, and if we put both values in equation 1, then on adding we'll take the constant terms outside, q by 4 pi epsilon, and within bracket we'll get 1 upon r minus a minus time 1 upon r plus a. We'll solve this mathematical equation, and on solving we'll get Vp is equal to 2aq over 4 pi epsilon r square minus a square. Now see here, 2aq in the numerator can also be written as P. What is P? P is dipole moment. This is our desired result. And if we consider a special case, that is in case of short dipole where a square is much less than r square, then this expression will become Vp is equal to P upon 4 pi epsilon r square. See here students, in the previous case we have seen that Vp is inversely proportional to r. यहाँ पर क्या है, Vp is inversely proportional to r square. Next is find out potential due to dipole on equatorial line. I have made the diagram for you, and see here again the point P is at a distance r from the center of dipole. The length of dipole is again 2a. The charges are minus q and plus q. And if we evaluate the potential at point P, कैसे evaluate करेंगे? By using principle of superposition, that Vp is equal to V minus q plus V of plus q. Then answer will come out to be 0. How? You have to evaluate. Very easy. You can easily solve this sum. Next is the electric potential at any point due to dipole having distance r from its center. अभी तक हमने जो दो केसेस किए हैं, there we had talked about either the point is lying on an axial line or the point is lying on an equatorial line. लेकिन इस केस में हम देखेंगे neither it is on axial line nor on equatorial line. It is lying in any of the direction in such a way that it makes an angle theta with the axis of dipole, or you can say it makes an angle theta with the dipole moment. कह सकते हैं हम, because dipole moment points from negative to the positive charge. Again Vp is equal to V minus q V plus q, and since now P is not equidistant from A and B, let the distance of P from A is r1 and distance of P from B is r2. So in this expression V of minus q we have got minus q by 4 pi epsilon r1, and in V plus q we are having q by 4 pi epsilon r2. Now we have given the name 2 and 3 to these equation. Using 2 and 3 in equation 1, Vp is equal to minus q by 4 pi epsilon r1 plus q divided by 4 pi epsilon r2. Constant terms are taken outside, and we solve the mathematical relation. And on solving, what we will get? Vp is equal to q by 4 pi epsilon r1 minus r2 divided by r1 into r2. We solve this equation along with one consideration, that point P lies far away from the dipole. If point P lies far away, see here in the diagram, in that case R1 and R2 both are taken equal to R. And if both are taken equal to R, then we can say that R1 into R2 is equal to R square. And next, denominator we had find out that r1 r2 can be represented as r square. Now what's about r1 and r2? Let us talk about r1 and r2. We will evaluate r1 and r2. Actually we are putting the values of r1 and r2 in this equation 4. Why? Because we are not aware with r1 and r2. हमें नोन पैरामीटर्स कौन से हैं? हमें क्या गिवन है? लेंथ ऑफ डाइपोल इज गिवन, मीन्स वी आर फेमिलियर विद 2a. हमें क्या गिवन है? 2a गिवन है और हमें r गिवन है. तो हम इन r1 और r2 को रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे इन टर्म्स ऑफ a एंड r. तो डिनोमिनेटर हमने यहाँ पर r की फॉर्म में लिख लिया, r1 इंटू r2 इज इक्वल टू r स्क्वायर. अब हम न्यूमरेटर को भी पुट करेंगे. हाउ न्यूमरेटर इज इवेल्यूएटेड इन टर्म्स ऑफ a. See here, we drop a perpendicular from the point B on AP. Let this perpendicular drops at C. It means ACB is right angle triangle, and using this right angle triangle, what we'll evaluate? We'll evaluate AC, and AC is 2A cos theta, and this AC represents R1 minus R2. Now see here, so R1 minus R2 is equal to 2A cos theta. We'll put both these values of R1 R2 and R1 minus R2 in equation 4. So we'll get Vp is equal to 2AQ cos theta upon 4 pi epsilon R square. Answer will be P cos theta upon 4 pi epsilon R square. This is our desired result. either you can represent potential in this form, or we can also represent potential in terms of dot product. How? P is a vector quantity and we are taking its dot product with the unit vector r cap. P cap वेक्टर p डॉट आर कैप. अगर आप इसे सॉल्व करते हैं, ए डॉट बी क्या होता है, ए मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ ए मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ बी इंटू कॉस थीटा. तो अगर आप इसे सॉल्व करेंगे, मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ पी मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ यूनिट वेक्टर आर इज 1, सो वी विल गेट पी. एंगल बिटवीन देम इज कॉस थीटा. एंगल बिटवीन देम इज थीटा, सो विल राइट डाउन p cos theta. Vector p dot r cap is equal to p cos theta. So final answer will be p dot r cap upon 4 pi epsilon r square. And if we talk about these special cases, two special cases I have taken. If theta is equal to 0 means p and r both are in same direction, means we are talking about axial line. And if p and r both are at an angle of 90 degree, then we are talking about equatorial line. And if theta is 0, cos 0 is 1, and the expression will become Vp is equal to P by 4 pi epsilon r square. And in case of theta is equal to 90, Vp will be equal to 0. This result is matched with the results which we had discussed in the previous topics. I think topic is clear to all of you. Thank you. Have a nice day.